Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing my August wrap-up. I have 12 books to talk about here, but I also have a Zoom conference very soon, so we're gonna try and get through this real quick. So let's get started. I finally read Wonder by R.J. Palacio. It was really cute. I actually had huge expectations for it. I thought that I would just love it. And I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. I think I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. But I definitely love the representation in here. It's middle grade. It was really, it was good. It wasn't an all-time favorite like I thought it would be. Then I finally read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I've tried to read this several times. I finally got through it. Honestly, it was very hyped on BookTube, and I was very bored by it. It's like, it follows the Sinclairs, who are liars. And they go to this vacation house that they own at the beach. It was kind of boring. Then I read The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. It took a lot for me to get into this. I ended up giving it 4 stars, which I stick by, but compared to Everything by Nicola Yoon, this was not as good. It was like insta love about Natasha. I almost said Maddie, but Maddie's from Everything. Natasha, who's getting deported, her entire family is getting deported, and she meets Daniel on her last day in America, and they just fall instantly in love, and it's like an opposites attract type of thing. It was only okay. Alright, then I got this arc and I read it right away. Everything is an Emergency, an OCD story in words and pictures by Jason Adam Costanzi. So it's part graphic novel. And then, so this was really cute. It came out, it already came out. It came out June 30th of 2020. I got thank you to the publisher for sending this to me. So it was really cute. So my dad is major OCD. He has bad OCD. And I always told him that I wish I had OCD so that I would keep my house cleaner, because sometimes, guys, my house gets pretty messy. And it's not that I don't care. It's just that I have a million other things to do, that cleaning my house isn't top priority. Right now it's pretty clean because my husband is amazing and cleaned everything. But he organized the whole house while I was at work the other day. So that's freaking awesome. But I have a tendency of letting things go a little bit longer than I should, or just not, I'd rather enjoy life than, clean all the time. Not that I'm like a huge messy person. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but, my house gets lived in. So reading about this, kind of helped me see that maybe I don't want OCD, that it's not just, oh, you're really clean. It's a mental disorder that is like every little thing bothers you. And I guess I never understood that it was that bad. So this one was really good. I gave it 5 stars. I think it was a really easy read because like I said, most of it's like graphic novel, but it really gave me insight into OCD and how it's a condition. It's not something to joke about, maybe. I never really joked about it, but I'm always like, oh, well, I guess I technically did, because I was like, oh, maybe I wish I had OCD so I was cleaner. But now I don't wish that. I don't wish that upon anyone. And if you do have OCD, then I completely understand more, and I'm glad that I educated myself on OCD. And then we got this, Those Girls by Chevy Stevens. She's a chunker. So this was my first Chevy Stevens book. 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. This book I highly recommend. But if you take my recommendation for this, know that it gets very graphic and that there are trigger warnings for everything. There's trigger warnings for assault and rape, and don't go into it thinking that this is going to be a lighthearted book. It is devastating and graphic. But I like those hard to read books because those are the ones that speak to me the most. So this one definitely spoke to me. So you follow these 3 sisters, Courtney, Jess, and Danny, who go on the run because their father has always been a drunk and he's been very abusive towards them. And one night he just takes it way too far, so they leave. Only to be on the run and get kidnapped and assaulted and held hostage. And this is that story. It's very, very intense. But like I said, I really like those hard to read graphic type novels. Not graphic like graphic novel, but like graphic, gory, hard to read. Cannot stomach it. Yeah, those are good because not a lot of people like those because they're hard to read. They're hard to talk about. But the things that are hardest to talk about are the things that need to be talked about. Okay, and then I think... Oh, wait, no, I'm just kidding. Then I read The Unexpected Guest by Agatha Christie. Not what I was expecting. Actually did not like it. I think I gave it 2 stars. I didn't love it. But it's essentially about this guy who goes into a window of a stranger's house, and he's the unexpected guest, and he may or may not witness something that he shouldn't have. Yep. Then, okay. Sorry. Then these were all for Summerween, but one is not a spooky read. So Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I was so excited for an Agatha Christie cozy little mystery. This did not work for me. I didn't like it. It was very slow and boring. Didn't love it. Gave it 2 stars. Asylum by Madeline Rokes was the first book I read for Summerween. Very, very disappointing. Nothing happens. Not spooky. The spookiest part of this book is the cover and these pictures. The pictures are actually kind of cool, but the book is bad. I gave it 1 star. I also read The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, issue 1, 2, and 4 because I accidentally skipped 3. But I liked 1 and 2. Okay, no, I loved 1. It was 5 stars. 2 was kind of boring, but it was okay. I only gave it 2 stars. Issue number 3 was back, better. I mean, issue number 4, I haven't read 3. I'm going to go back and read 3 later. Issue number 4, we were back in it. I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. Then I read How to Survive a Horror Movie by Seth Grahame-Smith, forwarded by Wes Craven. Honestly, this was just a cute little read to read during Summerween. It was funny, and I just liked it, okay? Basically, each page tells you, well, if this is happening, then you're in this kind of movie. I ended up being in a slasher movie. Did I survive? Can't tell you. You have to read the book yourself. But I liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars. It was cute. The First Mistake by Sandy Jones. I went into this pretty blind. It had been compared to The Wife Between Us by Gare Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen, which I loved earlier this year. I gave that one 5 stars. It was probably one of my most surprising books that I actually liked, that I loved. However, this did not live up to the hype. Did not care for it. Couldn't even really... I could tell you what happened, but that would spoil the whole book. Not worth it. It's another psychological thriller, but it's not thrilling. It's just slow burn, boring. So I think I give that one 1 star as well. Then this one, The Couple Next Door by Sherry LaPena. I was enjoying it, but I have tried to read things about babies. This involves a couple that goes to a party next door, and their baby goes missing while they're at that party. I did not get far enough into it to tell you if I like it or not. The writing style was really good. I like Sherry LaPena's writing, but when it comes to books about babies getting kidnapped or getting murdered or dead babies or anything to do with a baby, I can't stomach it. So I did end up DNFing this one, and I'm not planning on picking it up again. If you can stomach that kind of thing, then it had potential to be good. My thing is that I want to be a mom so badly that reading about dead babies or kidnapped babies or what's going around YouTube right now, where this family adopted this Chinese baby from China who also had autism. And then he was a part of their family for years, and then they just threw him away, gave him back to foster care. Those kind of things make me so mad. Those kind of things break my heart, and I just can't handle it in my books. I can't handle it in real life either, but there are so many people, so many good people out there who can't have kids. I'm good people. Who are going to adopt someday, but I just cannot fathom kidnapping a child or a baby or killing a baby or keeping a baby for years and then just giving them back to foster care like they don't mean anything. I'm very, very sorry for that little rant, but I cannot fathom how people can do that. That just breaks my heart. And I think it makes it even so much worse because I have this want, I have this need to be a mother. And I know that it's impossible for me to have a baby the natural way, which is fine. I'll adopt, but who knows how long that'll take. I just really want to be a mommy. And I just couldn't stomach it. And then the last one I read during Summerween technically, but I was not having any luck with any of my spooky books. So I had to pick a contemporary, and this contemporary saved me from hitting a reading slump. Like, I was almost there. It was like pulling me into this slump. So, If I Stay by Gail Foreman, oh my gosh, this was heartbreakingly beautiful. It's tragic and amazing. But you follow this girl, Mia, who, actually, I don't know if I can tell. Okay, I can. I read the back. So, you follow Mia, who has like a pretty good life going for her. And in one instant, it's pretty much taken from her. And you follow her between life and death. So you follow her in the hospital when she's in a coma, but she's laying there, and then there's like ghost her, but she's not really dead yet. And so you follow her in the hospital, but you also can go see other people's perspectives. And it was done in such a great light. And then you kind of get to know her through her stories, her like end of life stories, she thinks she's gonna die. So you get to know her entire life. And bonus points, takes place in or around Portland, Oregon. Love Portland, Oregon. What would you do if you had to choose? So there's actually a sequel to this that I want to read. My friend said she's gonna send it to me, so thank you, Michael. But that was all the books I read in August. Give this video a big thumbs up if you read books in August too. And subscribe to my channel where we're always talking about books. Bye guys.